This is crazy. I'm a normie.
That's only half true.
While not as famous as McDonald's or other fast food restaurants, Jollibee has slowly started to spring up all over North America. Here are the top 15 untold truths of Jollibee.
The untold story of Thor versus Indiana Jones.
Jollibee originated in the Philippines.
Yeah, in the Philippines.
The Philippines is a country sometimes overshadowed by the more prominent parts of Asia. However, the country is famous for introducing the world to Jollibee. In 1978, entrepreneur and future billionaire Tony Tan Cactione opened the first Jollibee. Soon after, Cactione acquired Greenwich Pizza Corp, giving Jollibee the ability to also sell Italian staples such as pasta and pizza, and the business started expanding. With the rapid expansion of the chain all over the world, Jollibee may be the country's most famous export. Well, maybe second only to Manny Pacquiao.
The second thing.
Started as an ice cream stand.
That's how it all started.
Occasionally, a franchise will undergo changes as it evolves. McDonald's started as a simple burger stand. The franchise would eventually offer the menu we're all familiar with today, and the restaurant itself barely resembles the original California burger stand. In the case of Jollibee, the chain started out as an ice cream stand. Founder Tony Tan Cactione first opened 2 ice cream parlors. The ice cream parlors were an instant hit due to the larger-than-usual scoops of ice cream and excellent customer service. After learning that the customers were interested in more than just ice cream, he introduced hamburgers to the menu in 1978. Despite threats from burger giants like McDonald's, this would lead to what we would come to know as Jollibee. It wouldn't take long for the menu to include spaghetti and the popular fried chicken that have become the chain's staple menu items.
That's simple.
More popular than McDonald's in the Philippines.
Most popular place in town.
McDonald's in the Philippines is a lot like the McDonald's franchises found pretty much anywhere. Those instantly recognizable golden arches are unchanged regardless of what part of the world the franchise happens to be in. And the food, while slightly different in some cases due to cultural differences, is always delicious. Unfortunately for the mega burger chain, the people of the Philippines are more interested in banana ketchup spaghetti than they are in Big Macs. Yes, it turns out that Jollibee is far more popular than the biggest burger chain of them all, at least in its country of origin. In fact, the fast food franchise does so much better than McDonald's in the Philippines that The Economist once called it a huge embarrassment to McDonald's due to the sheer dominance Jollibee has over the Golden Arches. 2 major reasons Jollibee topples McDonald's in the Filipino market are food that caters to the tastes of the locals and strategic marketing campaigns that promote Filipino values.
In your face.
In whose face now?
Yours.
The Jollibee mascot represents Filipinos.
You represent us all.
I know.
Mascots and brand logos are pretty much a given for a fast food chain. Where would McDonald's be without the Golden Arches and Ronald McDonald? Or Wendy's without, well, Wendy as the face of the franchise? However, some mascots mean more than simply being the flagship image of a brand, as is the case with Jollibee's Jollibee mascot. The Jollibee mascot is more than just a Jollibee and the face of the franchise. It also happens to represent an entire nation. Filipinos have a reputation as being some of the happiest or jolliest people in the world. They also have a reputation for being hardworking, much like bees. So the Jollibee mascot is a tribute to the country and its people.
It is a tribute to this great country.
The chain is famous for its fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Fried chicken used to be the exclusive domain of KFC, but eventually other chains specializing in fried chicken began to spring up. Popular brands like Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, and Church's Chicken have not only managed to make their mark in the world of fried chicken, but in some cases are even outselling KFC. A relative newcomer to the fried chicken game, Jollibee is quickly becoming known for this popular dish. In fact, Chicken Joy, which is the name of the Jollibee fried chicken, is one of the chain's most popular items and is often paired with a side of spaghetti. Much like the Colonel's 11 secret herbs and spices, Jollibee's chicken marinade is a trade secret. And there's a spicy option for those wishing to turn up the heat.
I love spicy stuff too, Guy. Probably more than you do.
First time here? Well, what are you waiting for? Take a quick second to hit that subscribe button. Thanks so much. The Yumburger is their signature burger.
A signature's a signature?
When you think of the big fast food chains, most of them have a signature menu item. McDonald's has the Big Mac and Burger King has the Whopper. Jollibee is no stranger to the signature menu item. Along with offering a wide variety of diverse options, the fast food chain also offers its signature burger, the Yumburger. While the name is to the point, albeit lacking in creativity, the Yumburger came about during the early days when the franchise was still new to serving anything other than ice cream. Cactione realized that more people were ordering burgers than ice cream and thus created the signature burger.
Now serving burgers.
Earthworm hamburger rumors.
One Earthworm. Ah!
There have been some wild rumors over the years involving fast food chains and their ingredients, and Jollibee is no exception. One of the most infamous fast food rumors revolved around traditional burger meat being replaced with earthworms. And while this rumor had been around for a while, it eventually attached itself to Jollibee. In 2003, an email went viral stating that the Filipino chain was using earthworms instead of beef for their patties to cut down on food costs. But the viral email didn't stop there. The email also stated that the founder of Jollibee, Tony Tan, was an entomologist, which is a person who studies worms and insects. This, of course, was proven to be nothing more than a rumor, and insects and night crawlers all over the world rejoiced.
Those rumors are just that.
Jollibee spaghetti is a little different.
Like, a little different?
Hell yeah, he's better.
Italian food is undoubtedly one of the most popular foods all over the world. In fact, you'd be hard-pressed to find a country that doesn't have a restaurant devoted to that delicious savory pie we all know and love, pizza. Besides pizza, pasta is another Italian fan favorite, and many fast food franchises have tried to add the famous pasta dish to their menu with varying results. The most famous fast food spaghetti blunder would have to be McDonald's, who once offered up a McVersion of the classic pasta dish. McSpaghetti failed just about everywhere except the Philippines, and this would inspire fast food giant Jollibee to add their own spaghetti dish to their menu, albeit with a Filipino twist. Jollibee's spaghetti sauce is radically different from traditional marinara sauce as it contains something called banana ketchup, which is a sauce made from banana, vinegar, sugar, and red dye. And if that's not different enough, they also serve the pasta with slices of hot dog.
Best of both worlds.
Comic book appearance.
You like comic books?
Due mostly to the incredibly popular films and cinematic universes, both comic giants Marvel and DC have experienced a boom period not seen since the early 90s. With popularity comes the occasional mainstream acknowledgement and acceptance. This can come in many forms, such as popular brands making appearances within the pages of iconic superhero books. This was the case in 1993 when Jollibee made an appearance in The Flash. In issue number 77, artist Greg LaRocque inserted a Jollibee restaurant in the cityscape background on a splash page featuring the speedy superhero. However, the comic book appearances of the fast food chain don't end there. In 2012, a comic made exclusively for the fast food chain featuring Marvel's Avengers called Avengers Menace of the Mole Man #1 was released, with the plot seeing Mole Man attack the Philippines. The story concludes with a Jollibee branch manager becoming an honorary Avenger. You know you've made it when...
You're an Avenger now.
The Spider-Man controversy.
A famous controversy.
So, not all of Jollibee's comic book-related adventures have been positive experiences. Much like McDonald's, Jollibee offers toys with some meals, often movie tie-ins for a promotional crossover.
I forgot about the crossover.
In 2012, the company released a ring toss Spider-Man toy with the purchase of a Chicken Joy bucket to coincide with the Amazing Spider-Man film. Unfortunately, controversy ensued due to the toy's design. Critics of the toy design argued that the position of Spidey's web makes it look like it was coming out of or being inserted into his, well, let's just say posterior. Not a good look for Marvel's flagship character, and definitely not a great look for the fast food chain responsible for giving away the questionable superhero toy.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Jollibee Food Corp is much more than Jollibee.
You're much more than that.
There's a lot more to Jollibee than just the popular fast food chain. To be specific, Jollibee's parent company, Jollibee Food Corp, has not only acquired various other fast food chains such as Greenwich Pizza and Chowking Chinese restaurants, but they also acquired bakery chain Red Ribbon and the barbecue chicken restaurant Mang Inasal. Internationally, the company also has control over foreign divisions of Burger King, Dunkin', Pho 24, and Hard Rock Cafe. The corporation has also dipped its toes in other businesses besides fast food, finding success in the world of real estate in the Philippines as well. Why? Because why stop at fast food when there's so much more money to be made? The corporation continues to expand, generating millions of dollars with every acquisition and business venture. With the kind of growth the chain is experiencing, it won't be too much of a surprise to one day see a Jollibee right next door to your local McDonald's or KFC.
Awesome.
You'll soon be seeing more of Jollibee.
You'll see soon enough.
Like any good franchise, growth is inevitable, and Jollibee is no exception. With the acquisitions of several food corporations, Jollibee has managed to broaden its reach across the Philippines and around Asia. But the franchise's expansion isn't exclusive to Asia. In fact, the fast food franchise has gone from its original small ice cream shop beginnings to 1,500 locations in 17 different countries. Jollibee has experienced a massive expansion in a relatively short period of time, and more locations are starting to pop up in North America. Currently, there are 27 Jollibee locations in Canada and 66 locations in the US, with more likely on the way. Jollibee also has plans to expand further in Europe with an estimated 50 more locations.
We gotta expand.
The Jollibee breakfast is a bit different.
Bit different, bit weird.
Fast food chains have been serving up breakfast almost from the beginning, and many early bird commuters are extremely grateful. Fixing a nice breakfast before having to hit the road is simply not an option for countless people today, so making a quick stop at the closest drive-thru has been a busy morning lifesaver. Fast food breakfast continues to be a hit all over the world. Not only does Jollibee offer its own breakfast option, the Breakfast Joy menu, but its version is also quite a bit different from what most folks in this part of the world are used to. Sure, you'll notice breakfast staples such as eggs and bacon on the menu. However, the classics are featured on top of seasoned rice, as is the case with their fried eggs. You'll also find distinctly Filipino menu items on the Breakfast Joy menu, such as tapa, which is a type of beef tender, tocino, and longanisa, which are sweet pork and pork sausage, respectively. Unfortunately, one of the chain's best sellers, Jollibee's version of the breakfast sandwich, bacon, egg, and cheese placed between two pancakes, is not available in North American locations. However, the chain does offer standard breakfast sandwiches both in this part of the world and at their Asian locations.
The foul stench of death is upon us!
The peach mango pie is a must-try.
You've got a peach pie?
Most of the big fast food restaurants have a collection of tasty sweets that make up their dessert menus. After all, there's no better way to finish a meal than with a great dessert. McDonald's fruit pies are undoubtedly the most famous of the fast food desserts. The burger chain has been offering the piping hot sweet treats in a variety of flavors for more than 50 years. However, Jollibee offers its own version of the flaky hot pie, and it's definitely a must-try. The Jollibee peach mango pie is very similar to the hot pies served up at McD's, with the only difference being that Jollibee still deep fries their pies, while McDonald's does not. Is it health conscious to deep fry the desserts? Not at all. But if you're concerned with health, you probably shouldn't be eating at a fast food restaurant to begin with. For those folks who miss the deep fried fruit pie experience, you might want to visit the closest Jollibee.
I need it!
Order up more great videos. Just tap or click and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to join our notification squad.